Hello, guys and gals. It is I, the monster. I think last month I was supposed to put out a video. I don't necessarily remember what happened, but in any case, so ever since this Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice movie came out at the end of last month, all of you have been asking me about what I thought about it, and just, you know, I'm still being asked about it now. I didn't want to do a review because everybody knows it's a very mixed film. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody reviewed it already. So I am going to do a thoughts kind of, little bit of a review. Not really. Thoughts on the movie and the current direction of this DC cinematic universe. I want to make this one a lengthier video because you guys fucking deserve it. And honestly, because I really just want to talk about this shit because it's fun. And, yeah, so there's also going to be spoilers in this video because, quite frankly, I don't think anybody's going to give a fuck when I talk about this Batman vs. Superman movie. Yeah. So if you haven't seen the movie, you probably shouldn't watch this, and, or unless you don't care, then watch it, you know? So, anyways, and I also wrote down, like, all the movies that are coming out. We're going to talk about this. Okay, so here's the thing. Didn't love Batman vs. Superman, did not hate it. I said I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I liked it. I think that there's definitely things that a lot of reviewers are going after a little incorrectly. However, I think that they're also justified because the way the movie was put together, and I'm talking editing, I'm talking the tone, I'm talking the story, the characters, I think was a complete fucking mess. I think that anybody, any idiot with two fucking eyes who watches a lot of movies, who understands movies, knows when you watch this film that it's a mess. And this has nothing to do with comic books or whatever. It's just the way that they made the film, with the way they cut it. There's too many jump cuts. There's way too many scenes that don't make sense together. They don't give you enough time to really blend in with things, and let alone the characters. So I'm just saying this. It has nothing to do with comics. It has everything to do with just making a well-made film. And really with comic books and characters, you want these films to be well-made, even if they're not the greatest thing ever put together. And this thing couldn't even achieve like a fucking C-, you know what I mean? So, with that being said, I want to talk about this. Now, obviously, Batman vs. Superman was directed by Zack Snyder, who did Man of Steel, which was another mixed film. However, I enjoyed Man of Steel because I felt like it was the Superman movie we needed to see and not the origin story or the campy shit anymore. A lot of people criticized how he went through buildings and he killed Zod. I bounce that back and say, well, he was just learning how to do his stuff for the first time, and after he killed Zod, that was basically like his reference point of never to kill again. That's how I argue that movie. I actually like Man of Steel. I think Man of Steel is a better movie than Batman vs. Superman, absolute. But in any case, I want to talk about this. I don't think it came... I don't think the acting was the worst part. I think Ben Affleck, like I was thinking for a while, killed Bruce Wayne in Batman. I thought he was perfect. He was an aged Bruce Wayne. I loved it. I thought the look great. The scene where he saves Martha Kent is probably the best scene in the entire movie, where he's doing martial arts and he's stealthy and he's sneaking in the shadows. This is the Batman we needed to fucking see. Not this fucking, where is she? Grandpa, I can't fight. You're Batman. Why are you charging a fucking person and then trying to get them in a headlock? Why are you doing this and not parry? You know what I'm saying? Why are you not doing what Batman does? I thought Cavill, while being very emo, and understandably so for most of the movie, was a fantastic Superman again. Gal Gadot exceeded my expectations. I hear that thing in the background, sorry. Gal Gadot exceeded my expectations, even though she was not my ideal pick for Wonder Woman, Diana, whatever. And Amy Adams was great as Lois Lane, as always. Now, Jesse Eisenberg is the most controversial one, because you don't like... A lot of people don't like this interpretation of Lex, and I can understand why, because it's very Riddler-y, it's very different, but I like that they played on how calculated he was, and I like that they slowly, over time, unveiled his plot. A lot of people in the reviews said that this movie had no plot, and it had a plot. The problem was, again, it goes back to like how they put this together and the pacing. It was just, there's a plot? Like, halfway in the movie, you're just like, what the fuck is going on? Another dream sequence. But yeah, this movie, the problem with this movie also is the tone. It's too dark for its own fucking good, okay? I know Batman's a dark character, and I know Superman could be one, but, like, the whole thing just did not feel, you know? It was just, it didn't feel like I'm watching a superhero movie at times. Now, I'm not going to talk about this whole thing like I was saying, but I want to say a few more things, then we're going to jump into this DC thing, okay? Number one, this is supposed to be the introduction movie for the new Batman and for the Justice League. Now, imagine being a kid and watching this film and being excited like the two kids that were behind me at the movie theater when I watched it. And Batman's a dick for 65% of the movie, okay? This is not, I don't know if this was the greatest reference point to show Batman. By the way, Jeremy Irons, sick-ass Alfred. Want to put that out there. I loved Ben Affleck as Batman, Bruce, but, like, you know, he's so after Superman this whole fucking film. It's like he's Lex Luthor. In any case, I just want to put that out there. But also that we're getting one superhero movie after this. Or, excuse me, two. One is not even a superhero team before the Justice League. And this has, again, nothing to do with fanboyism and comic books. But if you're going to sit there and tell me DC's not trying to fucking rush to get the Justice League and get their cinematic shit together, you're lying. You're in denial. Because, see, the thing is Marvel has a dedicated studio. I don't even think DC still has one. And so, there's a difference. Even if the movie sucks, if Marvel's putting out a movie about a character like fucking Ant-Man, okay? Right there, they just gave you a movie for the fans. They gave you a reference point of the character. And they gave you a little taste of what they do, okay? Whereas, you know, with DC, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. To me, they should have did a Man of Steel 2. They should have did a Batman. They should have did their Wonder Woman. They should have done most of these guys, then do Justice League. But that's not going to be the case. So I have no fucking idea what they're going to do. The other thing is so there's a scene where they're looking at this computer and they show all the Justice League characters. And it's bittersweet because, yeah, it's exciting to see them all. Aquaman, Flash. The Cyborg one was the best one, by the way. That one, fucking Ray Fisher, I think is going to be sweet as Cyborg. He's like an up-and-coming actor. And I think it's cool that they're doing that. But, like, oh my god, like, his scene was gruesome. But, I liked it, but, like, I also was like, fuck. They just didn't even want to give you the movie. They just were like, here, this is what you fucking wanted. And, like, that, to me, breaks my heart like in a lot of ways. There's a really cool Flash cameo in this movie that they're going to use for the future films that I loved. I thought that was great. I'm still not sold on Ezra Miller as the Flash, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, those things I thought, while a little heartbreaking, were very cool. I'm going to be honest. I also did not like how they didn't take advantage of the scene where Amy Adams is in the water. And Aquaman could have saved her, but instead it was Superman again with his stupid ability to save Lois, but nobody else. And I did not like that Superman couldn't push Doomsday onto the Kryptonite stick. Rather, they did the Ram thing, and now they're doing the whole Death of Superman storyline. Now, this is a 50-50 to me, because I don't hate the Death of Superman storyline, but it's not amazing. But I'm more for the idea that they actually had the balls to do it. But the problem with this is, like, we all know he's not dead. They spoil it. And honestly, like, why is Batman going to be the one to set up the Justice League when Batman historically has always been very anti-Justice League? So to me, it's like a pish-pash of Zack Snyder's bullshit and ideas. And I love Zack Snyder. I think he's cool. I think he makes great stuff. But honestly, like, I don't think he really got this. I don't know if I said it in this video, because I'm kind of chugging here. But I just watched another video recently. And in it, the girl who reviewed this film was talking about how they took different pieces of different stories, like Injustice and Dark Knight and Death of Superman, and they took those stories and they put them in this film. However, they didn't get the influences right. It was almost like Zack Snyder just skimmed through all this shit and was like, here you go. And it's like, it's sad because you're like watching this film and you're like, oh, cool, like that's kind of a nod to this and that, but then it's not. And it's like, fuck. So I just wanted to say, that I didn't hate this movie, but it could have been so much more. So, now on to bigger and better things. Okay, so, there's no secret here that they're doing a cinematic universe. Suicide Squad's coming out later this actually in the summer, not even later this year. And at first I was hype about it because I was like, oh, this is going to be like their Guardians. It's a bunch of bad guys. It's going to be really cool. And then I saw the trailer and I was like, Then I was like, I was on board for it at first. Then I saw the second trailer and I was like, And they just put out a new one. Now I'm like back on board. Now, here's the thing. I'm a little nervous because I don't know what they're trying to do with this film. It seems like they're trying so hard to push Jared Leto's Joker character, who's probably not even going to be in the film that much, just to set up maybe another Batman film or something. And they're not really, I feel like they don't have the confidence in their actors and actresses to pull this off. And it's really disenchanting to me as a comic book fan. And listen, I'm not gonna pretend I know what the fuck the Suicide Squad is, because let's be honest here, I don't think a lot of people do outside of the major hardcore fans. But I just feel like they should have took a chance more on believing in these people. It took them 3 trailers to finally show us more than just Harley Quinn and Deadshot. I know that Margot Robbie and Will Smith are going to be the main 2 guys. I get it. I fucking get it. But you know what? I still don't understand the Fire Guy. I still don't understand Killer Croc. I want to see more of the Enchantress. I think Cara Devlin is gonna fucking kill that. I want to see more of these characters. The chick with the katana. I don't know if that's her name. I want to see more. And I think Margaret Robbie looks like Harley, but her costume and her voice is really throwing me off, and it's making me nervous. In any case, let's see what happens. I hope we get I like that they're not saying who they're fighting. I sincerely hope it's not the Joker and it's Deathstroke, and that would give everybody in the room a boner. I would love that. Or they tease Deathstroke, or they even tease Black Manta leading in the future. That would be kind of funny. But I just hope they do it right, and I hope it's not just a glorified, here's the next Batman film, but we're secretly stuffing it in this movie. I just hope it's good, okay? And I hope it's not filled with cheesy, cringy lines we're the bad guys, it's what we do, honey. And she doesn't even talk like that. That's upsetting. So that's coming out somehow, and then Wonder Woman's coming, and Wonder Woman's supposed to take place, I think, during one of the World Wars, because they hinted in Batman vs. Superman. She finds there's an old picture of Wonder Woman's been around for years. Oh my God, what was she doing all this time? She was running an antique shop. I'm not even joking, actually. She was running an antique shop. In any case, so Wonder Woman's coming out June 2nd, 2017. I'm actually intrigued by this. I think it'll be good. They just moved the date because, no disrespect to DC, but they put Spider-Man out the same weekend, and I think Transformers. I'm just going to be honest here and tell you what's going to make more money here, okay? I love Wonder Woman. I'm not knocking her. Please, don't get pissy. But guys, it's business. It's the name of the fucking game. If you can't even tell me Spider-Man or Transformers won't attract more kids. I'm sorry. You can't, okay? And then, this is what's really pissing me off, man, is November 17th, 2017, Justice League Part 1. So again, we have no reference points. Are we supposed to believe that these heroes are already pre-made? Are the movies coming out in the future gonna not even be origin stories? What the fuck is going on with this DC universe? I'm sorry. I don't. And who are they fighting? Because I guess they're not gonna fight Darkseid, right? Are they fighting Darkseid? Are they fighting Brainiac? I heard a rumor they're going to fight Atlantis, which I don't really like, to be honest. So, yeah, I don't fucking know. Then after that is my boy The Flash on March 16, 2018. I've been waiting forever for The Flash. He is my favorite DC superhero. And I don't know how I feel about Ezra Miller as Barry Allen. Are they going to make him more like Wally and make him comedical? Or I heard it's going to be a dark Flash. I don't need a dark Flash movie. The only dark elements of The Flash should be his family dying and Professor Zoom and that Reverse Flash. And that's it. Everything else should be very lighthearted and very fun, okay? I just hope they do a good job. But I honestly, if they don't, again, I'm nervous they're going to skip Origins and stuff since they showed stuff in the Justice League. Just do it right, okay? Just do it correctly. That's all I ask. And then, because, seriously, I've been waiting forever for this fucking movie. I remember when, they wanted Ryan Reynolds to play him, and I was, so for it years ago, and now, well, it's another story. Deadpool, sorry. And then you have, after that, you have Aquaman, July 27, 2018. Now, this one is actually the movie I have the most faith in. It's Jason Momoa, it's Arthur Curry, and James Wan, who does all the horror movies and, like, the Fantastic Four. I'm sorry, whoa, not the Fantastic Four. Too Fast, Too Furious. Maybe I want a Fantastic Four movie that bad. That's actually not shitty. But anyways, yeah, so Aquaman's coming. Now, my only concern with the Aquaman is, I was originally the suit. The suit's actually fine. Is how are they doing this? Are they going like 80s, 90s Aquaman where he was edgy and he had the beard and the cut off arm and the tidal wave hand, or what are they doing with this? Because Arthur Curry, to me, I love Aquaman. He was always one of my favorites. It was the odd man out. He always was very very pulled back and reserved. He would always have to think about shit as opposed to the other characters who'll rush right in. And, you know, he's a very misunderstood superhero. You know, he's basically the Superman of the ocean. He's actually one of the few guys that can really go toe-to-toe with Superman. But I just want to know what they're trying to do with this. But anyways, I have this weird feeling it's really going to be the hit of this whole thing. I think they're going to kill it. And I'm also hoping that the bad guy is the Black Manta, but I'll take the Swarm. Whatever they want to do, okay? But they really should introduce the Black Manta. He's just too iconic, and he's too badass. Now, after that, it's April 5th, 2019, is the Shazam, the Captain Marvel movie that we've heard about for years, and The Rock is going to play Black Adam, which is like a god-tier casting. But they said before that it wasn't a part of the cinematic universe. So, is it or is it not? They said it's going to be a little lighthearted. I think this movie's going to fucking kick ass if it's just its own thing. But I'm curious if they're going to put him in the Justice League. You never fucking know. Because they're a little desperate, so they might do it. Justice League Part 2 comes out at June 14th, 2019. I mean, see right there, guys, right there. 2 fucking members of the team. One of them we don't even know if he's the member. I mean, it's ridiculous. Who are they fighting? Then after that, Ray Fisher stars in Cyborg on April 3rd, 2020. Why are we waiting so long to see this? And Cyborg's another gamble, which I'm really happy is even happening. I think that movie's going to be amazing. But they were saying, there's a quote out there saying the Cyborg we're going to see in the movie isn't the one we saw in his little origin video. But I mean, I want to see that. I don't know. I hope he does a good job. I really hope that movie's done right because, you know, you have the whole complicatedness of this guy losing his life and then his father bringing him back, and he's using one of those special cosmic things, cube things. They're not cosmic cubes, sorry. And it brings him back, and it looked gruesome. I can't wait to see that. And then after that, we have to wait June 19th, 2020 for the Green Lantern Corps, which is basically like, hey, we know we fucked up with Green Lantern, but we're going to make you wait, and we're going to give you more than one fucking Green Lantern. See, now, if they were smart, what they would have done was, they would have had all the superhero movies lined up, maybe save one of them, fine. And then before Justice League comes out, you have Green Lantern. You have the Green Lantern movie, and he comes to Earth, and he goes, oh my god, Darkseid's coming, or so-and-so's coming, or whatever's coming. Boom, Justice League. That's how it starts. That's how it fucking starts. I heard some rumors he might show up in part 1 at the end, so who the fuck knows. But we have to wait, and if one of them's not Jon Stewart, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. I love Hal Jordan, but Jon Stewart's my dude. I think Jon Stewart's cool. My buddies will probably kill me if I don't say this. Idris Elba would probably make a really good Jon Stewart. I don't know. I don't know who it's gonna be. No Tyrese. Fuck that shit. Fuck Tyrese. Get out of here. I actually don't hate Tyrese. Now, finally, they confirmed the other day that Ben Affleck is writing and directing or something a brand new solo Batman film, which should have been done. And supposedly one of the dates is, there's 2 movies that have no dates. It's October 5th, 2018 and November 1st, 2019, which means 2018 or 2019 is getting a 3rd film. So if I had to bank on it, I would say the October 5th, 2018 is going to be Batman. I'm going to bank on that. If it's wrong, then it's the 2019 one. But see, this is what I'm saying. Now they have to play catch up, and now they have to essentially catch up to the Marvel stuff. And really, if DC was smart, they wouldn't even do that. They know they'll be successful if they give the fans what they want, and they do it correctly, and they take their time with it. They put out the movies, they explain the characters, you give you a nice backstory, they give you a nice, that superhero and his bad guy and whatever else, and we'll be on our merry way to a Justice League movie. Instead, it's just like, fuck you, Wonder Woman, here's Justice League, here's all the characters, and here's Justice League Part 2. me, it doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, it doesn't make sense. You could say whatever you want, but at the end of the fucking day, I'm sorry, but at the end of the fucking day, at least Marvel's been doing it right, guys. And it's nothing to do with size and whatever, being a big fan of something. It just has to do with, just the basics understanding of how this shit should work, okay? And that's it. That's really my thoughts on this whole thing. I hope they do a good job. I really do. And, I'm nervous, but I'm also excited, and we'll see. But I honestly think that the way to go is to not have Zack Snyder do every single one of these films. I love Zack, but I think other people should take a swing at it, and they should find the correct directors for these films and let them work their magic. Okay, I mean, look. I'm sorry to do this, but look at Marvel and the Russo brothers. They fucking struck gold with those guys. Okay. Winter Soldier, one of the best fucking comic book films ever made, and now Civil War, they're saying, is going to be one of the best ones too. So, that's it. I want to know your thoughts and feelings. Please, in the comments below, do me a kindness. Tell me what you think. Let's have a conversation about this. Yeah, and hit like on the video. Help me out a little bit, please. And that's it. All right, guys. More to come very soon. I might do a video game review, might not. See what happens. So, peace. Till next time. Woo!